Your body often whispers before it ever shouts. Diabetes is one of those conditions that can live in silence for years, slowly reshaping your health without dramatic signals. By the time the diagnosis is finally made, much of the damage may already be underway. That's why understanding the subtle, often overlooked early signs is so important. Today, we'll go deep into 7 silent signs of diabetes that you should never ignore. We'll break down why they happen, how to recognize them, and what actions you can take to protect yourself and your loved ones. Let's start with a simple reminder. Diabetes is not just about sugar. It's about how your body handles energy. When blood sugar rises and stays high, it begins to affect blood vessels, nerves, and organs across your body. These effects are gradual, but they're powerful. And the good news is this: if you recognize them early, you can make changes that delay or even prevent the worst outcomes. So let's dive into the 7 silent signs. Sign 1. Frequent thirst and a dry mouth. Everyone gets thirsty, especially in hot weather or after salty food. But if you find yourself constantly craving water, waking up at night with a dry mouth, or always needing a drink just to feel normal, it may be more than dehydration. Excess sugar in your blood pulls water out of your tissues. Your kidneys work overtime to filter it, and in the process, you lose more fluid. This is why people with early diabetes often walk around with a bottle of water, refilling again and again. Think of thirst as your body's alarm system. If the thirst feels unquenchable, or if you wake up several times a night to drink, that is not normal hydration. It's a sign that your body is struggling with sugar balance. Sign 2. Constant fatigue and brain fog. We all feel tired after a long day, but the fatigue of early diabetes is different. It's the kind that doesn't lift after sleep. It's the kind that makes simple tasks feel heavy. Imagine fueling your car with the wrong type of fuel. The engine turns, but it sputters. That's what happens when your cells can't efficiently use glucose for energy. Instead of being powered, they starve, even though there's plenty of sugar floating in the blood. Sign 3. Slow wound healing and frequent infections. Have you ever had a small cut that seemed to take forever to heal? Or repeated skin infections, gum problems, or yeast infections? High blood sugar is partly to blame. It weakens the immune system, reduces blood flow to tissues, and feeds bacteria and yeast. This is why diabetics often see wounds linger for weeks. The danger is not only slow healing, it's that small injuries can grow into bigger problems. In severe cases, neglected wounds can turn into ulcers or serious infections. It's not something anyone wants to think about, but it's a reality. If you notice that your body is slower to repair itself than before, or you're fighting infections over and over again, don't dismiss it. These are classic, though often silent markers of diabetes. Sign 4. Blurred vision and eye strain. Your eyes are like tiny cameras, sensitive to even the smallest changes. When blood sugar swings, fluid shifts in and out of the lens of the eye. The result? Blurry vision, difficulty focusing, or the feeling that your glasses suddenly stopped working. Sometimes this comes and goes, leading people to think it's just tired eyes. But in diabetes, this is a red flag. Over time, high blood sugar can damage the blood vessels of the retina, a condition called diabetic retinopathy. It is one of the leading causes of blindness worldwide, and it starts silently. The early warning is that subtle blur. If your vision keeps changing from day to day, or you have unexplained trouble reading signs or screens, don't ignore it. Your eyes are showing you what's happening in your blood. Sign 5. Tingling or numbness in the hands and feet. Have you ever felt pins and needles that didn't go away quickly, or a strange numbness in your toes? This is neuropathy, nerve damage caused by long-term high blood sugar. It usually begins in the extremities because nerves in those areas are most vulnerable. People often notice it at night, lying in bed when the tingling becomes more obvious. At first, it's easy to dismiss. Maybe bad circulation, maybe sleeping in the wrong position. But when it's persistent, when shoes feel different, or when you start losing sensitivity, that's your body's way of saying nerves are under attack. Diabetic neuropathy can become severe, leading to pain, imbalance, or even dangerous injuries you don't feel happening. That's why early recognition is key. If you feel those tingles more often, don't wait. Sign 6. Unexplained weight changes. Weight is often linked to diet and exercise, but when shifts happen without reason, it's worth paying attention. Some people with diabetes lose weight rapidly, because without insulin working properly, Their bodies can't use glucose and instead burn muscle and fat. Others may gain weight, especially around the abdomen, as insulin resistance drives fat storage. What both have in common is that the change feels out of sync with lifestyle. You didn't change your food or activity, yet the body changed anyway. That's not normal. When weight loss or gain comes with fatigue, thirst, or urination changes, it's time to connect the dots. Sign 7. Increased urination, especially at night. This is often the partner to thirst. The kidneys are working harder to clear excess sugar, and in doing so, they drag water with them. People may find themselves waking up 2, 3, even 5 times a night to use the bathroom. This interrupts sleep, adds to fatigue, and becomes a vicious cycle. Sometimes people think it's just aging or drinking too much tea in the evening. But if night urination is new, frequent, and paired with other symptoms, it's one of the clearest silent signs of diabetes. Now that we've gone through the 7 silent signs, let's step back and talk about what to do. Step 1. Don't ignore subtle changes. One symptom alone might be explained away. But when several come together, thirst, fatigue, blurred vision, numbness, slow healing, the picture becomes clearer. Your body is not failing overnight. It's giving you whispers that it needs attention. Step 2. Get tested. The simplest tests: fasting blood glucose, HbA1c, oral glucose tolerance, can reveal if diabetes or prediabetes is present. Many people delay testing out of fear, but the truth is, knowing early gives you the most power to act. Prediabetes in particular can be reversed with lifestyle changes. That's hope, not doom. Step 3. Build habits that protect your blood sugar. These are not radical ideas, but they're powerful. Move your body daily, even just walking after meals. Focus meals on vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Reduce sugary drinks and processed foods which spike blood sugar. Manage stress because stress hormones raise glucose. Prioritize sleep. Less than 6 hours increases risk. And never underestimate the value of routine checkups. Common myths to clear up. Some believe only overweight people get diabetes. In reality, thin people can develop it too, especially with family history. Others think eating sugar alone causes it. The truth is more complex. It's about chronic overeating, lack of movement, and genetics. Some assume diabetes always shows clear symptoms, but as we've just covered, it often hides until complications arrive. These myths are dangerous because they keep people from checking until it's too late. Final thoughts. 7 silent signs of diabetes: unquenchable thirst, constant fatigue, slow healing, blurred vision, tingling nerves, unexplained weight changes, and frequent urination. None of these alone means you have diabetes, but together, they form a pattern worth noticing. The body's whispers may feel small, but if you listen to them, you can act before the shout comes. If this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe for more health insights. And share in the comments. Have you or someone you know experienced these signs? Your story might inspire someone else to check sooner, and maybe change the course of their health.